When you look at the progress that Trey McBride has made this season, kind of where was he when you first got here, and what kind of jumps has he made?
Yeah, I think he's just the jumps that he's made since OTA's training camp and throughout these first, set of ball games. I think just consistency. He's an explosive player. He's a pretty good blocker. Which we kind of challenged him on that to improve that part of his game, which he's done. And he's a fast guy that gets open and catches the ball. So I like where he's trending.
He said that the ability to work well in the run game through blocking has opened up the playbook for the passing game. Is that something you see specifically for him or the tight ends as a whole?
I think tight ends as a whole and how we kind of deploy them and how we use those guys, that's a little bit system dictated, being under center a decent amount. But like I said, I think all three of those guys are doing a good job.
After watching the tape, where do you want to see Josh clean up the most going into Seattle?
I think it's all of us just making a couple more plays here or there, the consistency of that.
Dobbs told us yesterday that he needs to improve his accuracy. How does a quarterback improve his accuracy in season?
Reps with the guys he's thrown to, you know what I mean, and timing of the plays and understanding, and all that goes into the passing game, the protection that goes into, does he hit his back foot and does he hitch, or the progression of where he's looking, where he expects receivers to be, are they in the right spot all the time? I think that's just a little bit of rhythm and playing with each other as we keep moving forward. But he made some good throws in there yesterday. I'm sure he wants a couple back, but I like what he's doing.
Running back, was that the snap split you envisioned going into the game, and did anybody kind of separate themselves in that room?
No, I thought all three of them did a good job. What I told you guys yesterday, I think that, we continue to evaluate that as we go in and start working on a Seattle game plan now. You might see it a little bit tilted one way or the other, but I thought all three of them did a good job when they went in.
With Amari, he was in there for a number of snaps, didn't get many touches. Was that mostly, is he being used in the protection aspect of it?
Yeah, he's a guy that we feel real comfortable. We feel comfortable with the other guys too, but that he's shown that he's done a really good job with that in known pass, to do a good job for us, what we asked those guys to do in known pass. And he'll keep getting his touches.
Damian showed some juice. What did you think of seeing him?
Yeah, I thought he did well. I like the look in his eye. You can tell he's played a lot of football before. But he banged some runs in there and created some extra yardage. Look forward to continue to working with him.
Is there a chance he'll open Buddha's window this week?
Possibly, yeah.
Kyler.
We'll see.
Is it too soon to know if there is long-term concern with Hamilton?
Still kind of evaluating it. I don't think so, though.
Back to Dobbs and accuracy. When you see him in practice, is it live game that maybe is causing the accuracy? And again, guys being where they need to be in practice, is it always perfect?
No, he does a good job in practice, just like all of us. I mean, that's why you practice. You know what I mean? You're trying to improve your game every day, and and all the different phases of practice that can happen. So, I see him taking steps forward as each day that we practice.
How do you feel Starling did stepping in?
I thought he did a good job. He played a couple coverages the right way. He was pretty sticky in there. Lost the cup one time, but I thought he did a good job. He competed.
Is it scripting plays for the start of a second half something you think you and Betsy might talk about?
We talk about that every week.
He hasn't done it though, has he?
I'm not gonna give you away.
Plays, or you could say.
No, but there's a advantage to that, Bob.
JG, what are the Diamondbacks getting themselves into in Philly today for Game 1?
Like I said, Torrey's reached out to me. He's been a great asset to me, being a first-year head coach and being in the city. So won't probably catch much of it, but I'm sure it'll be a fun series.
When it comes to just the fan base of Philly, though, expect it to be pretty loud.
It's a good sports city.
With Seattle, what kind of challenges does that, going to that place particularly? I know it can be loud in there.
12th man. Yeah, they pride themselves on being loud. I haven't played there in a while, but we got to be able to operate. But we've played in some tough environments already. But we know that we're going to have to do some different things because it'll be loud, especially on offense. We got to operate and handle it.
What's it like for you going to these new stadiums on the West Coast? You don't lack of institutional knowledge or anything like that, or is it just kind of a new experience?
No, I've played in Seattle a bunch. That actually was my first time in SoFi, and I've never been to Baltimore, but other than that, I've been to all the places.
What do you think of Seattle's secondary, especially a guy like Woolen?
They do a good job. I mean, they get up. They like to get hands on. They compete. They take their out of the coverage a lot of times. They got some good players back there. We got a work cut out for us.
Now that you've had a couple road trips under your belt, do you like how your team handles that process?
I do. Yeah, I think I enjoy going on the road. You know, and we've already hit a couple 2-day trips. You know, or just one, I guess, with Washington, and we'll have some coming up later in the year. But they're connected and they stay positive, and I think they enjoy being kind of walking into the away arena.